Hi there, Cancer. Thank you for joining me for your year 2012 forecast. You're going to find as this year begins that there's a massive focus on your relationships. But I also want you to be conscious of the solar eclipse which occurred at the end of November last year, because this provides a backdrop for the first 5 months of 2012. And this is very much to do with your working situation, your attitude to diet, health, fitness, and overall organisation in your life. Now, most Cancer folk can be absolutely brilliant at organising things, and if anyone wants a job doing well, you can be the one it's delegated to. But is there something that's slightly out of kilter in your world? If it is, this solar eclipse is asking you to look at it. It may even have a psychological dimension, so don't underestimate that. But as the solar return occurs at the start of this year, the Sun is very close to Pluto. Pluto is a planet not to underestimate. You may have heard somewhere that Pluto is no longer a planet. Believe me, you can call me Sheila, I will still tell you the same things. Pluto still has the same impact, and it's awesome. It's not something that we can just deny, because if we ignore it, it tends to make things happen for us in our lives that we're not really wanting to change. On the other hand, if we embrace change, Pluto can help us get to our objectives all the quicker. And the area that's really under the astral microscope for you this year is around relationships. This can be a time of major transformation. It could see a change of the power base in an existing tie. It could be quite subtle. If you've been controlling it or dominating it, it may be time for you to have a more equal relationship with your partner. On the other hand, if someone's been trying to dominate you, it's definitely time to fight back and to be more assertive. But I think that's something you've becoming much more comfortable with over the last 3 years anyway. Now, as the year progresses, January is the time when you're going to find there's a lot of emphasis on business affairs, the things you share with people, and it could be that there can be an electric attraction with somebody new if you are single. Just be conscious of that. On the 4th of February, Neptune, the planet of dreams, moves out of your sector of business and moves into a much more progressive area. Brilliant for opening up your mind. This can see you travelling far and wide over the next decade or more, or becoming much more conscious of different ways of looking at life. But I can't deny the fact that Saturn, the planet of structure, does start to twist backwards from the 7th of February through to the early part of the summer. And I have to say, there could be somebody close to you who is a cause for concern to you during that period. This could be a sibling, it could be a nephew or a niece, or perhaps there's an elderly parent that's going to need a lot of your support. At a more structural level, it's possible that you will have to make sure the drain pipes are fixed, and anything to do with repairs around the property do need to be dealt with straight away and not put off. However, this can also be a time when you think very carefully about your emotional responses to situations. If you do find yourself wanting to withdraw a little bit, take this in your stride. But I think there is going to be some mitigation from this with the role of Mars, because Mars is going to be in a wonderful part of your scope through to the early part of July. This is going to give you a lot more confidence about expressing your ideas. But with Saturn going backwards, there is a difference between what we think and what we really feel, and you're being asked to tune into what you feel and articulate that and not be defensive at any time, which can be a Cancerian trait. However, there is a major change which occurs on the 20th of May. There's a solar eclipse in a very psychological part of your scope, and this can see you going on quite a journey in the second half of this year. When Jupiter enters this area in June, I do feel it's possible that you can become much more interested in alternative medicine, in having treatments or becoming a therapist. You may also become much more intrigued by self-help manuals. You may go away on retreats or courses to learn new skills. Someone may come into your life who's very, very wise in the second half of the year, or you may play the role as a mentor. However, once Mars does move, and it moves on the 4th of July, into your home zone, I do feel it could make you quite twitchy in the summer months about where you live. Don't rush to any decisions. Wait until you get through to the autumn before finally deciding. And then Saturn moves in October into your sector of creativity and romance. This could be a time when you put roots down and really make that firm commitment, or it could be time that that area does come under a little bit of strain. You need to become much more conscious about what you want. And if there is a lacking in your life, a yearning for something you don't have, then that can make you look around at what other opportunities there are. However, a wondrous solar eclipse in November can see you ending this year in absolutely tip-top form and really popular and with a great deal of opportunities to make progress. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Cancer. Good luck and goodbye for now.